evolution. Today we are take a small step in our journey to connect people. Welcome to the Connect 2021 Bridge Design Competition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that lightning and brightness has always been equated with positivity and motivation. It is seen as a harbinger of good. To start us off an auspicious note, we will now have to lamp in light ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, to do the honor, we have esteemed gathering among us. May I request following distinguished dignitaries to kindly join the lamp lighting ceremony. Engineer, Senior Professor Ranjit Disanayaka, State Secretary to the State Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructures. Mr. Yang Kunigik, Assistant Executive Vice President, Sales, Marketing and Innovations, INSI Cement. Professor Kumari Gamage from University of Moratuwa. Dr. C.S. Levan Gamage, Director, ITUM. Dr. Tushara Priyadarshana, Open University. Dr. T.L. Pradeep, Open University. Miss W.P. Kalyani from State Ministry. Engineer Tilak Senrath from Kalni Beach Project. Please come forward. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all rise up for the national anthem. Thank you. To welcome all of you with the official welcome address, I invite on stage the Executive Vice President, Sales, Marketing and Innovation, INSI Cement, Mr. Jan Kunjik.
Ayubowan, and a very warm welcome at INSE Cement's Eye to Eye Innovation to Industry collaboration space and to the Project Connect State Bridge Design Competition 2021. Very warm welcome Professor Ranjit Isanayake, Secretary to the State Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructure, and Mrs. W.P. Kalyani, Assistant Director of Planning from the State Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructure, and from the expert panel of engineers, Dr. I hope I pronounce it correctly, Levan Gamage, Senior Lecturer of the University of Maratua, Dr. Kumari Gamage, also Senior Lecturer of the University of Maratua, and Dr. Tushara Priyadarshana, the Open University of Sri Lanka, and Dr. Pradeep, not here yet, also Senior Lecturer from the Open University, and Engineer Nandana Abesurya, President of the Structural Engineer Society of Sri Lanka. Connect, for sure, out of 13,000 bridges, 2,000 bridges across the country have been prioritized for execution in 2021, and in the end for connecting people, but also for connecting transportation ways and passes for faster access and being more productive and more cost competitive overall. I think the initiative is excellent, and that's why INSE Cement also collaborates with the ministry, and we want together with all the different participants of this competition come up with the best bridge designs possible for this country in a modern way, in a sustainable way, and in a durable way. In order to find a solution, this competition has been initiated by the ministry and Professor Ranjit, and I think the registration date is from 18th to 15th of February, so 1 month to submit the proposals, and on the 13th of March we have presentations, and on 2nd of April the winners will be announced. The partner universities, and I think that's also why INSE Cement supports it, same universities which we are working closely with, Peradeniya, Muratua, Ruhuno, but also Open University, IESL, and also the Road Development Authority. Overall, we have 3 categories in this competition. I think one level is called school level, then the university level, and then the open level. And for every of those categories, we will have 3 prizes, monetary prizes of different levels, going up to 350,000 rupees. And we will have for the university level and the open level 2 special prizes. One is for designing a bridge with 100% PLC, Portland Limestone Cement, Sunster Cementi, and one for the new composite cement, also must be 100% out of this. It is to be used the latest version of the draft standard, which was for public commenting issued on 2nd of December. Overall, INSE is also a pioneer in innovation and sustainability, and I think also the Green Building Council concept should be applied in all of those bridges. So I'm very much looking forward to the results in this short amount of time, and wishing every participant out of all of those 3 groups the very, very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very warm, sincere welcome, sir. This is time for us to hear from the person who made all this possible, the leader who nudged an idea into reality. I invite Senior Professor Ranjit Disanayake, Secretary, State Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructures. This floor is for you, sir.
Good afternoon. Mr. Yan, the Vice President in Cement, and the staff of the Cement, Dr. Kumari Gamage and Dr. Lewangamua, and the staff of the State Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructure. It is a great pleasure that I am here to start this bridge competition, Connect 2021. I believe that the Connect 2021 definitely go up to Connect 2030. It's a long journey, just a beginning, so that this program should continue as other program. So here, especially I should thanks Mr. Yan, just by giving a 5 minutes of a call. He was pleased to sponsor the event, and also I should mention that the engineer Kusal, who made every possible things to bring up to this stage within a short period of time. Similar to that, all who are here, make sure that this will go smoothly on time, and we try to find out the best solution for the bridge design, especially rural roads. I must say something like we have been enjoying a lot of facilities being in the city, where highways and the supermarket and so forth. Just to give you the number, that recently we invited for the location where rural bridges should possible. We thought of that we will end up with the maximum 5,000. I think to surprise us, we are still getting the request, but it has gone close to the 15,000. So that when you calculate that amount of the money that we spend, maybe some billions, but we have to look another way. When we construct the 2-3 kilometer highway, that money would be more than enough to construct this these smaller bridges. We call it as a Edandu Palama. So that is the situation. We have been enjoying a lot of facilities being in the city, but you will really understand how poor are struggling just to cross the river. That is the situation. But I think problem here is not understanding the problem, not the awareness. So making this awareness started with the group of engineers called Podujana engineers. They are the people who came up with there are so many locations, but they never thought it might go up to the 15,000. They said that why not we try to build this one with the element that we throw away, like telecommunication post and so forth. But that project understand the gravity and the value of that one, so it came as the national project. So now we are I would like to call it as a Gramiya Palama for the benefit of the common man. So with that slogan, we would like to go forward. I will show you some of the photograph. You may surprise or may not surprise, but these are the places that we have. So then when you, I have been to some of I am also coming from village, so I know the situation, and we have gone to some of the places. Here you will get some of the voices. I mean, at least you don't see the voice. You can see how people are struggling. These children, how they walk to the school. They don't sometimes walk to the school when there is heavy rain. So how the elderly people are crossing these kind of things, right? Then this is the concept brought by the Podujana engineers to build a smaller bridge. You will see that how cooperate the citizen when they are doing. Here, when you try to bridge you get so many complaints that coming from the surrounding people. But these people are very helpful. They are really waiting for completion of the bridge. These are some of the initial bridge we did. So that this is the proposal that we carry forward to the government of the Sri Lanka. The government of Sri Lanka very happily accept this idea. But we can go like 200 bridges out of this kind of element. But hereafter we should go for the different kind of design. It must be easy, convenient, and we don't have the many access. Maybe modular construction, maybe high performance concrete. Like we have to have a different scheme. I was I'm happy to be a part of the opening ceremony. So this is where this concept was started. So that is the concept that we have developed. Now it has we are trying to build up at least 2,000 bridges this year. You can see how happy villagers are. This is the situation, every village that you see, they are very happy to accept this kind of, that is one of the main requirement that they have. So I'll go to the next slide then. So what we wanted to achieve, we want to achieve as much as cheaper, sustainable solution for the business. So we engineers always try to bring without breaking the borders, we must go and apply the sustainable solution to the people who need actually. So this is where what we are trying to do is here. So in order to start this one, we thought we need to have the mechanism, we need to have the science there. So we hired the consultant from the university, and we asked them to visit all these places, so that they found, we asked them to give some methodology, what are the benefit families, that is very important, and the economical benefit, that is also very important, because we need to return on the investment from the government. Then where the special access required, then of course having not only that, for few other criteria, then we come up with the new bridges, bridge required repairing, there are some still bit abandoned. So these places, bridges can be taken away to the different location and build another. Maybe sometime when you take the one bridge, we can have the 6 rural bridges. Likewise, different type of are there, culvert type, culvert box type, culvert deck type, different type of bridges are there. So these are the, then we are now, for the time being, we are trying to bring the new technology, maybe modular construction, steel, the precast unit, high performance concrete, and so forth. As well as I mentioned before, we are trying to move the all steel bridges to the new location. Then this is the project event flow. We first identify the proposal, then we have to do the inspection, then we have to do the bridge design and estimation. Then we go for the construction and monitoring, though we have to keep on following. For the time being, these are the numbers of the bridges that we have received, the different province and district and so forth. So for the time being, when we are 13,214 bridges, but still we are receiving the bridges. So these are when you go to the province wise, right? So that but you know that when you go to eastern and northern, there is no much river, so that less number of bridge locations. You can understand when the hilly area and bridges is more, and you get the more requests. So inspection study, all the proposal of the survey and inspected by the Minister of Pera in a followed manner. Proposal details sent to the university from our ministry. Proposal sorting was done, connect with the relevant local authorities, and site visit and inspection, bridge sorting for the prioritization, the documenting and the present in our ministry. the inspector study of the first, we started at the Mathale, because we had, now we do Kurnagala, Gampa and Kandy. So these are some of the results. What you see in the green is the immediate important, then yellow is the next, and so forth. There are some locations where when we ask the location, they just send to the bridge for the one house, and having already road, still they need to bridge close to their home. So this kind of thing, of course, we can do it, but not in the at the beginning. Later we can do it. So these are the, knowing that this much of number of bridges are to be designed and constructed, we thought of going for the rapid design method. So that rapid design method was formulated. I should thanks to the engineer Veerakong and his team. He's the person who come up with this one. And we train almost all the RD engineers of province level, and then we went to up to the province level and trained them thoroughly. So this is the basically bridge design and estimation methodology. We can categorize. I'm not going into the details. So this is the way where we have a rapid design solution for the any given bridge location. Very comprehensive proposal was established. Now we are around this area. Now we are designing the bridges and estimation is done, and then now hopefully next month we will be starting the construction. With that, I would like to say you thank you again for being here with us, and I do hope we will be able to connect this location and give the benefit to the common man. That is our requirement. We need to have the scientific methodology. In order to get this scientific methodology, I would like to thank always INSEE Cement is helping us, whatever the endeavors we are coming up, this time also bringing. We do have to meet you with the Connect 2030 at the same location. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now it's time to introduce Connect Bridge Design Competition. Please welcome on stage Engineer Danidu Ratnayaka.
Good afternoon. Connect is a concept came up with the challenges we as the state ministry is facing in constructing 2,000 rural bridges in the year 2021. So we are facing in construction wise, in practicality, there are ever increase in traffic and loads in a bridge. We have to accommodate that. When you go to, if you really remember, in the Mathale inspection survey, people ask for footbridges in the proposals, but when you go to the site and when you talk to them, they really want a vehicular bridge. So that way there is ever increase in traffic and loads demand, and also these are rural bridges. So there are mobilization of construction material and equipment challenges, and also site access constraints for the construction, as well as we are running on a tight schedule. We have a total target of at least achieving 10,000 rural bridges by the end of 4 years, even though we are receiving as of today close to 15,000 proposals. We have a target of completing 2,000 bridges by the year 2021. So we have this schedule task as well as the cost task as well. So these are problems, real life scenarios we are trying to address as the state ministry. In order to achieve these, in order to successfully grab these challenges, we thought of coming up with this bridge design competition to tackle and to achieve these challenges in a successful manner to complete our targets. So the competition scope is where we require competitors to submit their bridge design ideas to overcome one or more of the challenges I have mentioned previously. And we are conducting the competition in 2 phases. The phase 1 is the idea submission phase, where we'll be starting the registration process, and after 1 week of the registration process, the competitors have a 1 month time to complete the design report with the structural designs, BOQ estimates, and finally submit the designs. And the phase 2 is the presentation, idea presentation, where the selected competitors will be called upon to present ideas. The competition categories, will be conducting the competition in 3 categories. The school category, where schools can enter as a team or as an individual with the approval of the principal. And there's the university as well as the open category. Again, the competitors, the university category, the undergraduates, the passionate undergraduates in the bridge design technology are warmly welcome to be part of the competition, as well as the open category, where we are looking forward to see proposals, the idea presentations from passionate engineers in the industry to further enhance the rural bridge development. As well as we are looking forward in the open category to receive proposals and ideas from various organizations and entities in the design sector. The submission requirements in the school category, what we are looking forward is a minimum, a conceptual design of the bridge. Because in the previous video, you watched school children passing through a stream. They may have a visualization of what a bridge type they want in that place. So we are looking forward for that visualization from them. But from the university and open categories, the minimum submissions are a computer-aided model and a comprehensive report with technical details. And also, of course, we were looking forward and we are encouraging the competitors to include any further items and be innovative. The overall details and as well as the guideline of this competition will be revealed after this event with the evaluation criteria. We have website connect.ibmrs.srilanka. So from that and as well as from the social medias, we will be sharing the overall guidelines and the evaluation criteria. The awards in a time where to encourage and to motivate the competitors to enter into the competition. For the school category, we have these 3 monetary prizes, as well as for the open and university categories. We should appreciate our sponsors on this manner. Other than to these monetary prizes, these ideas will be, of course, will be materialized. We have a ministry of a target of achieving 2,000 bridges in 2021. So whatever the idea may be, if it is viable, if it is practical, we would like to take it into the practice. As well as we would like to grant research opportunities for the exceptional idea holders as well. And this is the competition event flow. We have appointment of the expert panel. We have expert panelists from University of Moratuwa, University of Peradeniya, University of Ruhuna, as well as the Open University of Sri Lanka. With the help of them, we developed the guideline for the competition. And today we have the launching of the competition and the registration opening. Then we'll have a public info session as a knowledge sharing session. And then we will have the idea submissions and the review of them. Then we will have another knowledge sharing session and the idea presentations, and finally we will have the idea awards as well. I'll rather elaborate on these important dates. Today, the 8th February 2021, we will have the competition launch and the registration opening. By the 15th of February, we will be closing the registrations. And by the 15th of March, you have a 1 month time to submit the idea proposals. And on the 30th of March, we'll have the presentations, and on 2nd of April, we'll announce the awards. I would conclude my remarks with this, the benefits from the Connect competition. We want to fast forward and successfully complete the Rural Bridge Development Program. We believe the Connect competition ideas will effectively enhance our capabilities in achieving our targets in developing the rural bridges. And also this will be a sustainable platform. We want Connect 2022, 2023, 2030, and we want this to be a sustainable platform for all the researchers. And we want to take these university level research practices into the practical industry aspects, as well as we want to receive the knowledge sharing from all the public and industry stakeholders. And finally, we believe that Connect will be a remarkable milestone in the rural economic connecting of Sri Lanka. With that, I would close my remarks, and we'll be opening the registrations in all our platforms with the website as well as in social media platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Tanidu. Now time for the INSEE session.
INSEE is a proud member of the Siam City Cement Group Public Limited, a leading cement manufacturer in Southeast Asia. The Siam City Cement Group provides world-class construction materials to a host of countries around the world. This includes Cambodia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia and Sri Lanka. With a plethora of landmarks and buildings that define the skylines of these countries, the Siam Cement Group pledges to be a role model in corporate governance and sustainable development. INSEE Cement, Sri Lanka's premier cement manufacturer, is the brand behind our country's leading cement products and the driving force behind making Sri Lanka more sustainable. With a reputation built on outstanding performance in the quality of our products, unparalleled customer service, the dedication of our employees, our respect for the communities in which we operate, and our ambition to set the standards for the industry of tomorrow, we have contributed to the growth of Sri Lanka with iconic developments across the island. Just to name a few: the Lotus Tower, Altair Residencies, the Colombo South Harbour, Southern Expressway, Mattala Airport, the Kalladi Bridge, the Kotalavala Defence University, Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. INSEE has cemented its position as the most preferred local manufacturer of cement in Sri Lanka, with its widespread distribution network comprised of over 7,000 dealers in retail segment located island-wide. Today, we have 2 plants in Puttalam and Galle and 2 terminals in Galle and Colombo. INSEE's Sunstar brand is Sri Lanka's first cement product to be awarded the Green Labelling certification by the Green Building Council and was the first blended cement to launch in Sri Lanka. INSEE has a wide portfolio of cements and services to suit all your construction needs. The most popular among them, INSEE Sunstar, INSEE Mahavalley Marine Plus, INSEE Extra for mass pouring concrete, INSEE Rapid Flow Plus, INSEE EcoCycle, INSEE Concrete, Conwood by INSEE, state-of-the-art innovation and development facility. Having been a part of Sri Lanka for almost a decade, we will continue to build on our long heritage of shared loyalty, creating trusting relationships with our business partners, people and community, and delivering our promise of building the nation.
Sri Lanka many fine specimens of the bridge technology. The New Kalini Bridge can be called as a new chapter in the history of Sri Lankan bridges. This is a landmark project not only for the bridge engineering but also for the entire engineering sector. Let's welcome on stage India Engineer Tilak Senarath, Deputy Project Director, New Kalini Bridge Project.
Good evening. With respect to Secretary, Ministry of Rural Roads and the EC Management, ladies and gentlemen, I am Tilak Senarath from the New Kalini Bridge Project. So I like to present some important matters on from the New Kalini Bridge Project, which might be used for the rural bridge project. My presentation on 30 number of slides, and the outline is this one. From this one, I firstly go to the history of New Kalini Bridge project and that design aspects which we were developed on that project, as well as during the construction, what are the steps we had, especially to keep the cost and time on the track, and lastly, safety aspects. I think you know that CK is open on 2013, and the huge demand came from the CK to the existing bridge. Then there was a requirement for RDA as a client to go for a new bridge. So this is a gateway for other projects, especially it connects to the port city as well as outer circular highway. So this project comprises two packages. Package 2 means that it links to the CKE and go over the existing river, which we are providing an extra dose 6-lane bridge. Then it connects to the blue line steel one. It goes to the one side to the Ingurukade and the other side to the Oruguduwatta junction. So this is mega project, and the quantities are like that one. And I am responsible for this package 2, where the extra dose river bridge is on that package. So I think you know that you have seen that the alignment is on the first sector. It is going far from the existing road, so that the construction is not affected to the existing traffic. And whenever the alignment is over the existing road, the material was selected as steel because of the construction easiness and the obstacle to minimize the obstacle to the existing traffic. So these are the design conditions when we are doing the design. I like to make your attention the durability consideration, which will be useful in rural bridges also, because of the concrete cover should depend on the environment or the situation it faces. And for this bridge, we have used high strength concrete, especially for superstructure for 50 megapascals and the substructure 40. And in rural bridge case, I feel sometimes it might be go on the marine situation, then like that somewhat severe situation, it is better to use correct concrete with the correct cover. In design, the Japanese consultant was, they have measured the river width. It was 150 meters, and that's why they selected pylon construction on either abutments, and which is apart from 180 meters. So there is no any obstacle to river flow. It was very important on such a bridge when we are doing on with the stakeholder of the irrigation department, because Kalani River is flooding for minimum one time for each year. You can see that profile of the existing bridge riverbed, and in the design we have provided about 5 meter gap from the high flood level, so that this will be more safe when there is a flood on the Colombo. This have been used somewhat sophisticated balanced cantilever construction. I think rural roads might not capable for doing such a way, but minimizing the piers on the river will reduce the substructure cost. So that design is very important to minimize the total cost. But I think engineering wise, it should be the optimum value. I mean, it should check whether even we are going further out for some rivers, the cost will be again raised. So, one important factor is that we have provided some kind of riprap protection for the abutment. This is we adapted with the request of the irrigation department, so that one side we are give the protection for our structure. The pylon is, you can see that when it construction, the protection is already provided. When we are doing the mass concreting with the high temperature, now this phenomena of gel formation will give some less durability for the structures. So that the temperature control is very important. We have maintained for this project maximum temperature of 70 degrees, and the gradient from the mid of the core to the outermost surface will be 20. So for measuring that one, we have fixed the thermal couples for each layer of the concrete. This is new phenomena for Sri Lankan sector, because once we provide the high cost for the bridges, the protection is depend on the how much is subject to the water, because surface is porous material like asphalt. So here we have not provided, but it is on BOQ liquid type waterproofing. The waterproofing we have marked two types. One is this like a sealant type, and in Sri Lanka we are common on the polymer modified between type. It is easily we can apply like a with the roller. So this is somewhat good protection for rural bridges. During the construction, we have in subject wise, we are not giving some figure to the schedule. This is art of the Japanese way. You can see that substructure and the all steps with the structure it on the Gantt chart. So anybody can monitor, even without the engineering knowledge, where we are, and it is easy to reference. And site arrangement also they optimize, because in this urban area very restricted on the field. You see that the site office is inside the existing bridge. The stocks work site are well covered with the boundary walls. This is on other side. The access road is in red, and the yards and the all, that means site control is over there. In construction, the Japanese way, they have do this every activity for the work breakdown. So they define each sub-activities for planning. As example, the pylon work also, they are going with the lifts. So they have maintained temperature and the safety and everything which critical on site. And during the construction, there might be changes even in any of the bridge. So here, in original contract, it was in gravel compaction for this embankment where the CKE connected. But we saw that several houses around that compaction area. So we change as a value engineering proposal to normal PVD, where it was less compaction, less vibration and quick construction. And even rural bridges, the traffic management plans are very important, because if you use the new alignment, there is no problem. But in case of if you are using the same road, the more public complaints will come. So this is like example, they realign the entrance to the Navaloka, where the alignment was rechanged and the level of the road also lowered. So Japanese are giving high priority for the quality and the safety. So most of crane operations, they define strict onto the borders, and when the construction goes top, this workman safety also make some attention. So this is end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very informative presentation, sir. Now, time to conclude our session. It's just not an end, actually, it's just the beginning of this competition. Now, I warmly welcome Engineer Kusal Danidu to deliver a vote of thanks.
I would like to first thank Mr. Nyan Kunyak, the Executive Vice President from NC Cement, for creating a prosperous public-private partnership with State Ministry in conducting the Connect State Bridge Design Competition. To be frank, without your cooperation, we would be not here and we would have not seen the competition starting today. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank all the university expert panelists, starting with University of Peradeniya and University of Moratuwa, University of Ruhuna, as well as the Open University of Sri Lanka. I would like to thank in name Professor Kumari Gamage, Dr. Levan Gamage, as well as Dr. T.L. Pradeep and Dr. Tushara Priyadarshana for being here with us today and for your support. And we would be warmly looking forward for your support in the upcoming days to evaluate and finalize these proposals we are receiving. And I would like to thank the Road Development Authority, especially New Kalani Bridge Project, for being with us here and sharing the knowledge on New Kalani Bridge Project, as well as the SDNCC. There are engineers from SDNCC here with us from the design section. Thank you very much for being with us. And as well as IABMR in Sri Lanka and IABMS International Institute of Bridge Maintenance and Safety. As well as I would like to mention IESL Sri Lanka, as well as the Society of Structural Engineers Sri Lanka. And finally, but most importantly, I would like to mention Professor Ranjit Disanayaka for the guidance and the immense leadership providing us for the entire State Ministry. And of course, especially the State Ministry staff, Ms. Kalyani, Lakshita, and all the other members from the State Ministry staff. So with that, I would like to thank everyone who is with us today in the evening, and I wish every one of you a very entertaining evening following this, as well as invite all of you to be a part of the Connect Bridge Design Competition. Thank you.